No, I know, but if we can't get that going right now, just text me for any communications. All right. All right, cool, bud.
We're on in 50 seconds.
Okay, so you're going to read the
Like
Twitter
he's a
stuff?
professional. Make the professionals do it. Yeah, I mean, when we get desperate. But the first thing, tell people, give your Twitter thing over the air.
Yeah, so that they can die in a car accident?
That'd be great. Not everybody with the radios in a car.
Yo, they'll be able to hear the music playing? Okay, so perfect. As long as they hear it play, then they'll know to start, and we'll be good to go. All right, and I'll just stay on the line until it's good to go. All right. All right. 10 seconds.
I see your mic's in front of your face.
Oh, well. I guess that's for sure.
Test. 1, 1, 1.
15 new interactions. Wow, people are interacting.
Hey, everybody. This is Kenny Hotz. It's very nice to be here. My first radio show ever. I was told doing like a podcast sucks and they're dying anyhow, so I figured let's do it. Let's do radio. Anyways, no one else is really doing anything good in this country, radio-wise, so why not?
You don't listen to radio. You don't know that. I mean, we know that, but you don't for sure know that.
No, but I watched radio last night.
By the way, I'm Jeff Castle.
This is Jeff Castle. We're also here with Brian Pico, who you may remember from To Catch a Predator 4. He was pretending to be the rabbi.
Episode 9.
So, to commemorate my first radio broadcast ever, I would like to have a moment of silence.
That doesn't make sense. Let's talk about the good news today, Kenny. We'd like to congratulate you. You were nominated.
It's not AIDS.
No,
it's just acne.
I don't.
I was nominated today.
You were nominated for a Canadian Screen Award for Best Comedy Series.
Congratulations.
How do you feel?
I feel like if I actually cared about it, I'd be a huge fucking loser. So I'm pretending not to care about it and acting
He
cool.
has been high-fiving people all day today.
Yeah,
talking to strangers off the street, letting them know.
That's right. No, hey, listen, it's nice, but,
It's good because if you weren't, it'd be very upsetting.
My show got thrown in the garbage, much with the Trailer Park Boys show. And, look, I can't sit here and shit on Canadian film and TV because I only have an hour. If I had, 62 weeks, maybe we could talk about it. But, it's nice to know I'm still relevant and Finkelman, you're in trouble, buddy.
Well, he's nominated too.
Yeah, he's nominated too. Everyone's
I
nominated.
don't even think we mentioned the show. It's for Kenny Hotz's Triumph of the Will. And Kenny, you did some crazy stuff.
Who fucking cares?
People care. No one knows about it.
Yeah, I know. Well, that's a problem. Who fucking cares? No one knows about it.
Well, they're wondering. You did something crazy. You ate a human being on there. People got to care about that.
Listen, I ate one this morning.
Hey, Kenny, it's funny. I was reading news stories in case we have nothing to talk about. And they have, one of the, oddly enough, stories was, this app was created for kids
Oh my God! Hey, everybody, pull your car over. Big news!
Exactly.
Fasten your seatbelts. An app was created
exactly for kids to get rewarded for doing chores. That made the news, but you eating a human being didn't make the news. We were so sure. Let's do a show where you eat a human being, and that'll make it on the news. No one even.
No one knows. No one cares. No one cares about my shit.
So the app
Here I am doing a radio show. That's how shitty my life is right now.
It's pretty bad.
It's fucked. I'm done.
And we hate radio. You hate radio. I hate radio. There's Howard Stern. We like him.
Stern, I love Stern.
Yeah, but everybody else makes me
No,
sad.
I like... You know what? When I was a kid, I always wanted to be a radio disc jockey. I once I saw that guy from WKRP in Cincinnati.
Johnny Fever, I bet.
Johnny Fever. I saw him in a hotel in...
Howard Hessman.
In Toronto, Howard Hessman. And I went up to him, and once he pulled my dick out of his mouth, he gave me an autograph.
He couldn't autograph you with your dick in his mouth?
I autographed to his chin, and I was like 8.
Figure out the visuals on that one.
It's
Brian, Brian,
come on.
nobody, fuck off. Nobody, you're not even allowed to talk. Anyways,
Starting now.
so you know, we don't really know what to do. This isn't like, you know, and now the Eagles, if Midnight Cowboy coming up next. None of that garbage radio shit. We're not doing anything. I don't even know what we're doing. This is really an experiment. These fuckers aren't paying me, so you know.
You don't have to tell people that.
Well,
Sounds pretty sad.
no, because I could disappear at any moment. All right, Lewis and Joe. Yes, I know you're watching. I know you're sitting there in your office, all excited I'm here. Anyways, look, whatever. It's my obligation to do this for Canada, just because there's a vacuum. You know, who you know, I don't want to be this guy. I don't want to, believe me, I don't want to dose my friend on acid, and I don't want to, you know, do all those wonderfully amazing things I did on television, but I have to because nobody else is doing anything.
Well, you know, this station is called Laugh Attack, and I say we do something funny. Like you should say funny stuff.
Yeah, I should.
Let's pump up the funny.
All right, so that's it. Now I have to be on for another 57 minutes.
Well,
I have
we've
no idea what
we've
we're going to
killed
do.
everything we were planning to talk about.
So I don't know. I thought, you know, we'd read some. I have some fans.
Oh yeah, let's get to
tweeting
some
me and
questions.
doing
Give
some
your
shit.
Twitter so people can tweet.
Okay, yeah. So do this while you're driving because it's better for head-on collisions. You can tweet me at Kenny Hotz or at poopsex.com, and yeah, I'll answer your questions. People have been asking me the same questions for years, but let's hear.
Yeah, I
some.
know you want to hear some of them.
Sure.
People have been tweeting in already.
Yeah, read their names.
Read their names?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, they all... Okay. I don't know. First, let me find a good question. Okay. Beth Hayden says, what's it like being God? I know you'd love to answer that question.
Oh, God. I don't know. It's pretty good. You know, it's nice getting free desserts on tables. You know, I lived in LA for 10 years. Both Spenny and I. Spenny is selling guacamole on the street in the farmer's market. We used to call him Kid Guac. I didn't really do anything. I was just boning piggers, just the ugliest Jewish chicks you could fucking imagine. Like living on couch change. I was so fucking poor. I swear to God, I lived in a garage in Venice Beach for 5 years.
I heard that all the time.
But
and Joni Mitchell's one of...
yeah, and it was whatever. Then I lived with Joni Mitchell for a bit. I was shucking oysters at Scientology parties. I worked for Lionel Richie.
Who hasn't? Zach Reels wants to know, how big is your cock?
Well, Zach, you could fuck the hole in it. But when I was circumcised, I fed the homeless of Toronto for about 2 weeks.
It's funny that you're mentioning circumcised, because there was a news story that I was researching that there was a... Okay, let me get it. There's a judge in New York. Manhattan federal judge refused to block a New York City regulation requiring people who perform circumcisions and use their mouths to draw away blood from the wound on a baby's penis to first obtain written consent from the parents.
Spenny's in big trouble. Well, Spenny, you're out of a job. Listen, first of all, I had to get circumcised, just so otherwise I would have had to put a wheel on it.
Yeah. Didn't you have to get recircumcised several times?
I did. I'm on my 17th penis reduction.
It was a
Okay,
court
first of
order.
all,
It was a court-ordered
court
penis
order.
reduction.
Hasidic Jews are, being a Jew myself, I can say they're truly horrible people. They're kind of like, they're Mennonites with better jokes. They look horrible. I don't know if you've ever seen, like, go on YouTube and check out these, like, satire, like, type satire wedding into YouTube, and you'll see, like, these, like, 4,000 like Hasidic Jews jumping up and down on benches. It's really fucking scary. It scared the living shit out of me.
But do you think they would look
You know,
better if they shaved themselves down? Like, you think that they're genetically not as attractive, or you think they've made themselves less attractive?
It's
They're
just so
crazy look.
crazy to me that, you know, the smartest people in the world, like the
Jews.
greatest
Yeah.
the greatest people in the world look so horrible, even though everyone hates us. Why do they hate us so much?
Because of, well, partially because of them.
Rewind the last minute, and that's a good
Yeah,
thing.
no, because
Yeah.
it's not even a question that, in your opinion, that Jews are the greatest people in the world. Well, so you're saying that you're pro or against sucking the blood out of a penis? on a circumcision?
Well, a vagina is an indoor penis. So,
True.
listen,
If it's okay to suck on a baby girl's vagina, why isn't it okay to suck on a boy's penis?
If there was like, you know, chocolate in a kid's penis, I'd probably suck it, or gold or coins or something. Like, who cares, really? It doesn't even matter anymore. I would literally, you know, lick Spielberg's tuchus for a decent gig. And not because I just don't care anymore. You know, none of this fucking matters. You know, on Ashley Madison, it says that if you suck wieners, you're not even gay. That's true. I swear to God. Like, honestly, like, I fucking care. You know, it makes no difference. Ever since we started intermingling with the races, everything just went to shit. It's all useless.
Okay, now we have to qualify that you're joking, because I think this could be a legal thing if people think you're serious.
I'm not talking about what races. It could be a Clydesdale. I believe there's been a lot of spending intermingling with Clydesdales. Do you know Spencer was his first job was cleaning the penises of the horses on the Carlsberg wagon.
I want to ask if that's true, but I know it's not true. But I don't know what made you say it.
It's true.
What's it?
That was his first job.
How old was he when he had that
They
job?
used to use his anus as the feed bucket for the horses. They'd fill it with oats, maple-flavored oats, and grains.
Okay, here's a story.
Well, I'm not here. Listen, I'm not going to shit on Spenny.
No, it's ridiculous. Who needs to?
I'll let you guys do that.
Here's a story. A cleaning lady stole a train and drove it off the end of the tracks and smashed into a house in Sweden on Tuesday, injuring only herself in an incident police are investigating.
Yeah.
What do you
Duh.
It's unbelievable. It was a cleaning lady.
Not the best contract.
Women driver jokes. I guess you can.
Yeah,
use
you
that
know,
as
fuck
at
the,
home.
that's a terrible story. Woman drivers jokes.
But it's crazy. She just went. She just went in there and somehow the key. I don't know if the key was in there. It was in Sweden.
See, I don't understand why they say woman and cleaning lady. What's that mean? That word when
Yeah,
you
it's
say
redundant.
you say two of the same superfluous.
Yeah.
But I'm not going to sit here and shit on women. I do that in my house.
That's awful.
No, I don't. I listen. I love women. I swear to God, I've fucked girls that look like Danny DeVito in a wig. I love all women. I really do. Nothing. I got a great mom, and I fucked her too.
Now you're just trying to be shocking.
Actually, that's true. No, I'm joking. I don't want to be shocking.
You don't want to be
I
that
made love
person.
to her. She's nice. Nice old Israeli lady.
Kenny, were you ever betrayed as a schoolboy? Asked Jim Sprocket.
Yes, by everybody. It's funny. I was bullied as a kid a little bit, and I had an older brother, and my brother, who was super nice, and I was a fucking dick, and he used to beat the shit out of me. And him and his friends used to beat the shit out of me. And I learned this lesson years ago when I was probably about 6 years old, that if you pick up a bunch of fucking steak knives that your mom shoplifted from Ponderosa in your kitchen, and you whip them as hard as you can at these fucking dicks who are abusing you, they'll stop bugging you. That I learned so early that the way to stop people from fucking with you is just go fucking loco. Just the big enchilada bag. Just go fucking crazy and scare the shit out of them. So, and you can do that. You know, it's really easy. My friend had this thing where he would look at your earlobe when he talked to you. And if you ever get in a fight in a bar, or anybody ever wants to fuck with you ever, just look at their earlobe and don't blink. And just go, you got eye trouble, goof? And it's the scariest fucking thing I've ever... I say try it out now with a cop that you're, exhaling your beer breath into.
Ian Zachary asked, how about talking about your experiences making testes? I love the cast and the writing.
See, Jeff's saying that because he was on testes.
Someone wrote it.
Yeah, right. Your mom. Yeah, you know what? Oh, how is that losing your $3 million deal for second season? It fucking sucked. I keep getting my shit canceled.
Such a good show.
You know, my brother
Why
told
would
me,
people do that?
my brother, he's beat the shit out of me, but now he's very nice. Actually, he's a doctor. You know, my brother's a doctor, and I'm my mom's favorite. That's how good I got it. It sucks. Dude, I had 2 shows. First of all, not to blow sunshine up my ass, but I think I'm the only Canadian producer who's had 2 shows on 2 U.S. networks at the same time.
That could be true. I had Kenny versus Spenny on Comedy Central. With Matt and Trey. There are a
Yeah.
lot of questions about Matt and Trey. What's
One
it like
second.
working with them?
And then I had testes, and then the fucking market collapsed. I was living in LA for 10 years with Spenny. The U.S. market collapsed. No, I was like, fuck this. I'm going back to Canada, the greatest country in the world. Toronto, the greatest city in the world. I say we. I think we should own. I think we should like leave. Quebec wants to separate. I want to fucking separate and join America. They have much better hamburgers.
Well, yeah. Us as in all of Canada?
Just
or
Toronto.
just Toronto?
Just Toronto.
Yeah. All right. I don't know if you'll get a lot of support for that. What is it like? Everyone's asking about Matt and Trey. People love the idea that you wrote on South Park.
Well, yeah, rode on. I sat there for like 3 months. I got one Jew joke in about Jew gold with Cartman in like one episode. You don't do anything sitting there writing. Basically, all I did was like, Matt wants to eat salad, healthy food, and Trey is obsessed with, buckets of Kentucky Fried Chicken. And they're so fucking rich that when Trey orders a bucket of Kentucky Fried Chicken, it's like breasts only. He orders like 5 buckets of breasts only. Half are extra crispy, which we don't even have here in Canada. And then the other half are regular.
Yeah.
But I really didn't do anything except sat there and pretended to be cool, which was tough. I should have got a fucking, Emmy for that. But it was fun. But the second I got in there, I saw this like massive studio and my idiot friends were like billionaires. I just thought, oh fuck, I want this. I would love my own South Park. So it was really hard sitting there like a bumblebee in a jar and sitting there trying to do other people's shit because I like doing my own stuff.
So it was fun.
It was fun. I used to go home with my girlfriend at the time, and I was all pissed off that it's like, oh shit, they didn't take any of my jokes, and what what
But
can
it
you do?
inspired you to become a billionaire, didn't it?
It beats fucking putting mayo on an assorted sub, a special sauce
Right now, there's somebody listening to this at
Subway
at Subway.
at Mr. Sub.
Okay, here's a story that is just crazy. Identical Belgian twin brothers, born deaf, becoming blind, and unable to bear not being able to see and hear each other, which they never really could hear each other, but anyway, had their wish to die granted in a case testing the boundaries of legal euthanasia.
Oh, whoa! That was my wish
Yeah,
for them to die.
right. There's a little confusion here. People think that the twins wanted to
Okay,
die
first
themselves,
of all-
but you wanted the deaf, blind people to die.
No, it's not about deaf, blind people. First of all,
It's about twins.
it's about twins. Yeah, fuck twins. They're fucking creepy. They should all die. We should kill them. They're useless, and they're all tricksters. I don't trust them. If you're a twin and you don't like fuck the same girl or do something that like you and your best friend who's a clone would do, then you should fucking die. Because if I had a twin, I'd be robbing a bank right now. Here's my alibi. I'm doing some shitty radio show for XM. I'd be like, I don't know, screwing somebody hot. If it wasn't me.
But if you're,
God. That's not a rape joke, by the way. I have much better rape jokes. But no, honestly, that is not a rape
I guess
joke.
that is rape if they're doing
No.
that, isn't it?
No. Anyways, I don't know. I just think that, fuck these people.
To surmise, all twins should die.
Correct.
Yeah, twins, they're a little off. My dad's a twin, so I take a bit of exception to what you said. But
if you're a twin, can you jerk off your brother?
is it considered masturbating? Well, if you're a Siamese twin, I think we can all agree that would just be masturbating.
Yeah.
But I think if you're not attached
What if
somewhere,
you were a Siamese twin that was stuck in the 69 position?
I don't think that's possible.
Why not?
Because I think you usually...
There's a lot of
I
freaked
don't know.
out, like weird, freaks out there.
So you're born with the other person's penis in your mouth.
Well, your head next to the other
Right
person's
there.
penis. It's kind of like your own. What's that stupid movie? The centipede shit.
Oh, yeah, right. Yeah, it's like a real life centipede situation.
Well,
I don't think
that's
it's
what I
that
want.
big.
I would love to have like triplets. Like, could you imagine having triplets that were connected mouth to ass? Oh fuck! I would love that. I'd be in a Czech circus. I'd be sitting back eating friggin' pierogies,
Well,
making
they would
all
die
that
to the
cash
problem.
off my kids.
They wouldn't
Money
be
on
able to survive.
groceries, that's for sure.
Brian,
Kenny,
well, turn off Brian's mic.
Gentlemen?
you know what Brian did today? Brian, we went somewhere for about 20 minutes, and he bought parking for 3
Yeah,
hours.
I go here, buy. First of all, I hired Brian today because he's not working. I said, oh, fine, I'll give you $100. Hang out, change my light bulbs. So I give my card, and I say, hey, go get us some time on the fucking meter. We're going out for a 20-minute meal. The guy puts $11 on my Visa. Like, he doesn't even fucking care.
Buy low, sell high. That's what I always say.
$11 for a $2 meter. Anyways, I'm taking it off the $100. But
89, not a bad day.
I don't want to get into this us talking about our day. I
No.
hate that shit.
Nobody likes
First of all,
that.
I hate those fucking radio shows where you think anybody cares about anything.
But nobody cares about anything we've said. Listen, Jim Sprocket asks, Kenny, would you rather have your penis amputated or swap faces with Spenny? Now, you don't need to answer that, but it does bring us to how much? A game that we just are always playing, where you ask...
Well, that's a
how much
classic
it's a
game.
that everybody plays. But the rule really is that the one rule is that if you give an amount and they come up with the money, you've got to do it. You can't just talk shit. You've got to...
Well,
Game with
how
that,
much
yeah.
is a game that you play with friends? It's like, oh, how much to chew on Rita McNeil's tampon, or how much to, suck off Gordon Lightfoot, or, or some homeless guy you see, or do this or that. But, you have to honestly play, you have to play.
Yeah, because they can call you on it. You
Yeah.
can be called on it. That's the rule. Like 5 years later, you come up with the dough. You're eating
Like if
Rita
I-
McNeil's tampon if they got the money.
Like I would say, how much to bang that chick on The Bachelor that has one arm?
I haven't seen her, but I think it'd be very cheap for me. If she just has one arm, but everything else about her is good, right?
Yeah, she's pretty.
Yeah, $100.
See, I'd pay $100. No, I'd do it for free.
Yeah, what's wrong with a person with one arm? It'd kind of be.
But
neat.
that's the game. See?
Yeah. Oh, that was an easy one. I mean, the game is usually like your mom is.
How much to bang that chick from the Vietnam photo, that one that just got hit with napalm?
Okay, before the napalm hit her, or
After,
napalm?
as she's running there. I can't say that, she's too
I'd
young.
say you can't say that.
Why not? How much? Because, these are the stipulations of the
Really
rules. Like, would it be on camera? Would I get caught? Are
Does
there
anyone
cops
know?
involved? Is it illegal?
Is she into it? If she's into
Is she
it,
into?
that's
Yeah.
a-
Anyways.
That's a tough one. I don't think we should handle that
Yeah,
one.
I don't want to. Listen, I don't want to. Honestly, this is my first show. I'm just trying to feel shit out. It's kind of an experiment, so I don't want to get into crass. I don't want to be, shit on anybody. Well, I kind of want.
Well,
to
why
that.
wouldn't you do that?
But I just don't want to do stupid, shit.
Question from Alana. Why isn't there a season 2 of Triumph of the Will?
I don't know, cause fucking broadcasters are retards. If you're a hot chick that wants to be a detective, you can get 37 shows in this country. But why isn't there? I don't know. Why don't I don't know. Why aren't there more? Why aren't there better shawarmas?
Why aren't there? That's
Yeah,
a good
that's a-
question. That is a good question. Yeah, why aren't
You know,
there
why
better
do it?
shawarmas?
Why is pizza good in New York? It's fucking bread and tomato sauce. Like why?
And
Why?
cheese.
Why?
Cheese.
Nothing like a good NYC slice.
I know, but there's things like that. Why does New York have good pizza and everyone else is kind of shitty?
Yeah, I don't know. There is no answer.
Why are all the hot girls in Medellin? Why does the best heroin come from my friend Joey?
Yeah, why?
He's got
What is he
great
doing?
stuff.
Good stuff.
Remind Jeff of the time a fan actually recognized him and asked for a photo, and he was surprised.
You know what? That's the one thing he'll never forget. The time a fan recognized him.
Happened just yesterday. I want everyone to know. Kids hockey coach.
Is that what
Right.
you do?
No, my kid takes hockey. There's a coach. He was excited and recognized me.
Yeah, I'm sure you're.
Took him a few weeks to figure it out, but he got there.
First of all, I wouldn't if I had a kid. First of all, I have abortions older than my girlfriend right now, and I've had gone through a lot of abortions. On Father's Day I wave at the city dump and throw like candies at it, but I don't have a kid. And if I had a kid, I wouldn't even let it near a fucking adult. These guys they're disgusting coaches.
Well, I have-
like, can you imagine? Like, oh, I want to teach kids. I want to be like,
Yeah, it can only be in it for one reason.
Yeah, to molest children. There's no
Little
other way.
dog.
Why the fuck would I want to like volunteer or waste my time doing anything? I'm
Well, they
sorry.
get paid. Just so you know, most of them get paid. Sometimes they get paid.
Do they? I didn't know
And then
that.
the other ones, usually it's their kid, and they're not good enough to be on the team, so they're going to coach so that their kid can play hockey with the other kids.
Yeah, coaches, eh?
Oh, listen,
That
if
was
I
coaches.
my kid, I just teach him how to sew because when the robot army takes over in 50 years, that's all they're going to be doing anyhow. It's going to only be the best sewers. And
Really? What are they
craftsmen.
getting? They're sewing stuff for the
Yeah.
robots? You think the robots are going to be very fashion minded?
Totally, silk.
That's
They're
the
going to be
future.
obsessed with silk. It's going to be their energy.
That's amazing.
Whatever, children. Ugh.
All right. Ryan
Horrible
Walker
thing.
wants to know favorite place in Canada. I know what's your least favorite place. Can we talk about that openly? Or you think that's a lawsuit?
What my least favorite place is your wife's vagina.
True.
My favorite place is her ass.
I thought you were going to say Quebec because you like to rag on the French a little bit.
Well, listen. Yeah, the last show I did a show, a whole episode of me trying to like French people. I'm not against French people. I think they're a lot nicer now. But, you know, some guy, and it's a true story, some guy just got arrested, or not arrested, he got a ticket in his store because he had, like, The Who playing or English songs playing in his store. Like, come on.
It is crazy.
Like, that's, you know, fuck it. It's just too much. And the fact that we have to learn French, like, really, you know, the rule should be whoever speaks the most in another language, that's what we have to learn. Like, we should be learning Mandarin or fucking Cantonese.
Yeah.
That's what we should learn because that's what everybody speaks. You know, it's like saying, I'm sorry, there's this province where everyone speaks Pig Latin. No, we have to do that. I don't know. I'm very anti, you know, I don't like forcing people to do shit. And I'm just really being against the French wanting to separate and shit, you know. It just freaks me out. It just upsets me. I don't know what now. Nowadays it's a lot different. You know, their economy was destroyed, but I just say let the Native Indians have them. Let them sort them out.
What do you think about the whole the Native Indian thing going on with the? No, you don't say Native Indian. You got me saying it.
What do you
First
say?
Nations people.
First
The
Nations.
Native Indians. The First Nation. You know what's going on with that? With the hunger
I don't
strike?
think they're the First Nations. I think they call them the First Nations, but I'll bet you there were you know, pygmies from Mesopotamia that walked across the Fertile Crescent or something here before the Indians were.
You think so?
Yeah, I think there were cavemen here, like, you know, and they didn't, you know, they.
Oh boy, I think you're gonna get in trouble. with
No,
some
I don't
people.
know. Listen, I'm telling you that there was a human race that was here before the native people. And I've dated
A lot
Métis
of
girls,
women.
and I've dated Indian girls.
What tribe was the native Indian, as you call it, but First Nations person that you dated?
First of all, I know a lot about the Native Indian culture. I can name like Blackfoot Pawnee, Cheyenne Crow, Apache, Arapaho, Ute, Sioux. I studied this whole thing.
That is amazing.
So you know, but okay, you know, I was born here. Where's my fishing license? You know, where's my?
I think you can apply for one and get one.
That's gross fishing.
That's why you don't have. That's where it went. You don't want to do it.
I don't want to do it.
It's a little cruel, would you say, or just gross?
I just don't have the urge. You know.
Yeah.
Why?
Just sitting there.
I
I
know.
can't believe people want to just sit. And the ice fishing is even stranger. Just sitting there holding a stick.
It's boring.
For hours.
I hope there's. I just want to play ice fishing on Xbox.
Brian is not Jewish. Brian, do you fish? Does your dad fish? Do you dream of fishing?
I have fished. I have not fished with my father, but I have fished, of course. I enjoy it.
Has your father
Go on.
fished? Okay, first of all, Brian said that
I know what
No.
you're gonna say.
if his dad,
Yeah, I know.
if his
I
dad.
He did.
I didn't. If there was some kind of video proof, sure, we could
All
quantify
right,
Yeah,
well,
we
I'll
do
get
have
into
to
it. Won't get into it, but the big picture is Spenny said that his dad could get him hard, and it's pretty offensive. I don't want to talk about
No,
it.
what-
I don't want to get into this.
what
We'll
Brian
find
said-
out how much game.
We don't even know.
We're
Listen,
talking numbers.
I don't even want this to be. I don't even want this to be
You don't
like
want
a
that
back
to be
and
what the show's
forth.
about.
Yeah, I don't even know. I'm actually, if anybody wants to send me an idea of what we should be doing in the show, we're just kind of feeling it out here and talking, and so.
But I think it's an interesting topic that we could be talking about that you've dismissed. Brian made the claim once that if someone puts a finger up your bum, it's involuntary. You will get an erection. And I said, even if your dad did it, you'd get an erection. He says, yeah, you've got no choice.
No,
A finger in your bum.
It's an age-old discussion, right?
Brian, listen, I've had Brian's dad's finger in my bum, and I was not aroused by it at all.
There you go.
But here's another thing. My brother is a doctor, and this goes back to that. How much? Okay, I'm just to ask everybody in your cars or at home or whatever, all three of you, how much would we have to pay you, or how much would you have to be paid to stick your finger in an old man's ass?
Yeah, right, because the point being...
What? Just like how much?
Oh, for me?
Old guys bending over.
Okay, and it's not on videotape. It's just whatever.
You got a glove on.
You
stick your finger up his ass.
Glove?
$1,000, which is pretty cheap for me.
That's cheap. Oh, geez, we're getting
$1,000, whatever. Because it's just, it's not sexual. It's just...
where's the nearest ATM? Okay, first of all, it
Where's
cost
the nearest
me
old man?
$50,000 because I'd have to move my dick first.
But
But
if it was sexual, if I knew the guy was getting off on it, then the price goes
that's
way
cheaper.
up.
Okay, whatever. Anyways, the truth is a lot of money. My brother, who's went to medical school for like 10 fucking years, does that 10 times a day. All he does is stick his finger up old people's asses, and he, because of OHIP and shit, he makes like $50.
Yeah, I know.
So you go to school for 10 years, and your entire career is sticking your finger up people's asses. That to me, I don't understand the whole doctor shit.
He did have a great story about. Can you tell that story?
No,
About,
I can't.
You
Well, anyways,
right.
well, whatever. Anyways, my friend, wink, wink, went into a doctor's office, and his brother squirted some guy's hemorrhoid at him with an X-Acto knife. It was the most disgusting thing ever. Anyways, I don't want to talk about it. But it's disgusting. I don't like hospitals. I chopped my finger off when I was 4. So I hate fucking hospitals. But I have I have something really good for everybody. And I know things are shit for some people, and whenever things are just so fucking shit, like you lost all your money in the stock market, or you got some shitty fucking partner, or whatever. If you really feel like you're gonna fucking kill yourself, go into sick kids hospital or some children's hospital or any hospital and just go walk through the fucking
and smother somebody who you think
Yeah.
needs to die.
No,
because
walk
it's illegal. But if you're gonna die anyway, who cares?
Yeah, walk through the halls and go, holy shit, my life's so fucking good. As long as you're not in a hospital fucking dying,
Yeah.
who fucking
And
cares?
I've been there a few times, and one of the things is they don't even know there's anything. Like they're all so happy, those kids who look, like they
Bald.
shouldn't be. Yeah, and it makes you even feel worse because not only is their life not, they're so happy about it that it makes you think, what's my problem? It's awful.
And it's like all those hospital commercials with bald kids, and they're all smiling and happy. It's like, oh, why give them money? You guys are all happy. Like, seriously.
I
Okay,
think
fine.
it's to help cure them.
You show them crying. And it's like, well, when you see like UNICEF commercials, and there's all those fat kids, like in Africa with their huge
Oh, that's
stomachs.
air in their belly. That's not food.
Oh, they're full. It's
No.
like, stop eating. It's like, oh, what am I going to buy this kid? A fucking treadmill?
That's
They're stuffed.
Completely stuffed.
Maybe the money goes to helping them work off the weight. Is
Yeah.
that what you're
Oh
thinking?
my God. Send them Tony Little in a fucking infomercial. Why? What the hell? And a fly swatter.
This is a story that grabbed me. It's about a Florida man's ex-wife used a stun gun on him, tied him to a truck bumper, and dragged him for half a mile before he escaped. This guy, Robert Hall, who he had broken pelvis,
Robert Hall.
broken facial bones,
He was a
bleeding
U-
in his brain.
Robert U-Haul.
Because he was dragged behind a car. Very good. He was living at his ex-wife's place, and then his girlfriend was there, and she thought it might not go well. She had the deputy escort her there, but then the deputy left her, and she promised she was going to go over to her brother's house for the night. But instead, the 4 of them, her brother, herself, her friend, and her ex, decided to get some drinks. And they got drunk, and then they tased him, and they punched him in the face, and they tied his ankles together and his hands behind his back, dragged him by the bumper of the pickup truck for half a mile, stopped it, cut off his hair, were talking about scalping him and looking for a hole to bury him in when they threw him in the back of the truck, and he managed to jump out and escape. The thing that's
So
amazing to me.
wait, so basically he got a haircut and a free ride, and you're complaining about this?
Sure, he survived.
Listen, that's a nothing story. That's fucking nothing.
But isn't it a little crazy?
No,
that
you
no
know
one's
what?
even-
First of all, nobody died. Don't read me any fucking stories where nobody
Somebody
died.
died.
It's like, three fucking hicks came over, got too drunk drinking Lysol, and dragged some guy behind it. That's a
Happens
That's
all
a
the time.
nothing story.
That's just it.
There are stories that are so fucked up that it's unbelievable. And all this school shooting, all this shitty stuff. Honestly, I'm really surprised this doesn't happen all the time. I think that, I can't believe that any of this stuff is still news. I used to read Heavy Metal magazine as a kid. I thought by now we'd all be using hollow dead babies as grebs. I can't believe we're not fighting monsters with our sun guns. It really is fucking weird.
And unless
I think the world is so together, and the fact that you can drive and nobody drives into you and kills you, it's amazing how together we are as a race. Oh my God, there's so many of us. It's fucked up. It's incredible that we just don't run around with guns shooting everybody.
I guess so. It is true.
Especially with
people
games
have
like
guns.
Borderlands and all these incredible games, Call of Duty, where you're just 8 to 10 hours a day, every single day, kids are running and blowing people's fucking heads off on TV, which I'm totally into. I love gaming. I'm not saying that's bad, but the fact that they can differentiate that between going in and killing somebody is incredible to me. I'm amazed that a school shooting or anything like that is still news. And people think that Sandy Hill was a conspiracy, that the government did it. You know that.
Oh, I know. It's crazy. In fact, there's all this proof. There's this girl who was dead, and then they see her in a picture at a funeral.
Yeah,
It was
there's
her
some
sister
cop.
wearing
There's some
her,
cop
her dress.
some
Right.
cop who's an actor who ended up being a parent later, but the only thing I found weird is just there's no wounded, which is weird because usually
Wasn't there?
there's someone. No, supposedly there
A
was
little
no
kid.
wounded.
Believe me, it happened. The
Oh, thanks, Jeff.
Yeah,
Whoa,
well, I'm telling the
whoa,
people
God!
out
Oh,
there.
thank
I'm
God!
telling the people who
God.
believe
Oh,
it.
well, we don't have to blow up the Pentagon. Oh, thanks.
People believe it. It's been going around
Thanks,
a lot.
Dr. Truth.
Okay,
Like
people
you
want to know.
You don't know anything about anything. And that's another thing. People saying shit about anything. Oh, politics or conspiracies. We know fucking nothing.
Well, my favorite thing about conspiracy theorists is that they believe in all the conspiracies. If you're a conspiracy theorist, you don't just believe in one or two.
Well,
You believe in all of them. It doesn't make sense that it's an all or nothing deal.
I think the government's probably totally scummy and they use our urine to grow vegetables. That's I can only imagine what's going on, but who fucking cares? Whatever.
Nobody.
My lights are still on. The fact that we even have electricity now is incredible because one day it's all gonna fucking stop. And you better have a fucking shotgun and some granola bars.
And a sewing machine.
And the first thing I'm
because
going to
the
do...
robots
yeah.
are going to want silk.
I'm going to find some fucking really fat people. And I'm going to hog tie them, drag them behind my car to an island, and I'm going to live off their calves and kidneys for the next, 20 years.
Mitch Shady Spruill, and a lot of other people too, want you to talk about the stoner days. And they want to talk about the benefits of legalizing weed in Canada and stuff like that. What do you have to say about your old days?
Well, I will say I was a huge weed dealer. I used to sell marijuana and hashish, mushrooms. Never really sold coke or anything like that. But I was when I was 15, I was a big weed dealer. And it actually, I used to call it prohibited commodities brokerage firm. That's what I worked. I said, what do you do? I said, I'm a prohibited commodities broker. That was a cool way for to tell your dad that you sold drugs. But I don't know. I don't really smoke weed anymore. I was a guy who used to smoke 15 joints a day, and now, I don't know. Look, Jeff here. I paid him $1,500 to take a shot once. The guy's never, aside from the money I gave him to do a shot of vodka, he won't even do aspirin. He's the straightest guy in the world.
Pretty strange.
He's never had a drink. He doesn't drink coffee. He's never done any drugs whatsoever. So, but, you know what? I don't know. It's hard to say. I don't want to be some guy that really has any comment on anything because I think
You've got a
that's
show.
lame.
You got a radio show. You've got to comment on something, or people are.
Well, look,
well,
you
no
know,
one's
I don't
listening,
know.
but people won't start.
You want to smoke weed? Yeah, go smoke weed. You want to drink beer. But
Let me ask you this:
you know, the reality is like, you know, you're fucking stoned.
when you were young and you were hanging out with all your stoner friends, and you look at where everybody is now, are they in a good place, a bad place, or just kind of the same
I
kind of
don't
place as
know.
everybody else?
You know, people, you know, you watch Snoop Dogg go on stage or something. The guy smokes 15 fucking coners and goes on stage. I smoke a joint. I huddle in the corner in fetal position and start like, you know, like sucking on my own nipples, talking about. I remember thinking about why my dad was mad at me when I was, you know, 14. I get so high now from taking the littlest hit of weed.
Which is weird because your parents were never mad at you. I mean, that's one of the crazy things
Yeah.
when we compare our childhood stories. You could do anything in that house. What did they get mad at you for?
I don't know. I was so weird, such a weird family because I had really cool parents. I was never grounded, never got in trouble. I could stay
And
out
you were
till
always
4
doing
a.m. when I was
crazy shit.
11. There had no rules at all.
No. And speaking of your stoner days, there's I don't know if you want to talk about these. You did a lot of acid.
Oh
And
my
your
god,
friends did a lot
yeah,
of
yeah.
acid.
Well,
These are some of the craziest stories.
we did a lot of acid. And Benny slipped me acid, and I slipped him acid 25 years later. And I did acid one night, and my friend jumped off like a Bathurst Bridge, like a 600-foot bridge.
Yeah.
When we were with him on acid, just walked off the side of the bridge, a total like shitty after-school special.
Yeah.
And it was really fucked up.
And the most incredible, so I think you were 15. How old were you?
14.
14. And you were doing acid. Your friend, he jumps off a bridge, barely alive, lucky to be alive.
He actually
His whole
died.
body-
He
yeah.
actually died this last year from
Yeah.
complications that he
From-
got 30 years
His
ago.
whole life was fucked, but he was super screwed after that happened, obviously.
Yeah.
And then when was the next time after that incident that you took another hit of acid?
I never did another hit of acid.
Oh, I
after
thought
that.
you did it like a few
No,
years
no, I
later.
did a few hits. One hit didn't really do anything for me.
You did, you know what I mean? Like you'd think that, oh, there's a wake up call if ever there was one. No,
Ah,
next
fuck.
few days later,
Do
doing
acid,
some
more
more
acid.
hits.
But you know what people are doing now with acid? Now they're doing it's something called slivers, where they're taking like blotter hits of paper acid and they're taking scissors and cutting them into like 100 little slivers, and then they do like, you know, a 50th of a hit or a 10th of a hit or something. They just get this little tingly buzz.
Right. And then they keep doing that, I guess, or they just get a little tingle and that's it.
I don't know. Well, whatever. It's just a new way of actually
It's a
doing
good way to
it.
start.
It's amazing that no one thought of that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
nobody thought
It's
of
for
that.
beginners or
Yeah.
for kids.
Yeah, baby steps.
Child size portions.
But you know, who wants to? I don't really want to talk about drugs or glorify anything. Look, the reality is you know, if you're not a kung fu master or your body is not in super crazy, amazing shape and your mind isn't super fit, then you know, probably anything that stops you from living longer is shitty.
Jeff Fry says anal leakage, pros and cons. We don't need to talk about that. But, you know, speaking of drugs, remember there was that drug, if you had loss of bladder control, that you gotta go, medication. And one of the side effects of taking it was anal leakage.
Well, that's the same as taking a roofie. I hear that's a side effect.
No, that's
Of roofies.
anal, the opposite of leakage, the anal entry, if you take a roofie. But most people don't take them on their own, they're given one.
I need one to masturbate. That's where I'm at now. My hand broke up with me.
Well, I've got some questions here. Talk about how much of a pussy you are. Sean Fortier says that. I think he's calling you out. What do you got to say to Sean?
Nothing. Sorry, man.
He just proven his point.
And
No, go on.
I find this very weird because, you know, this is an incredible medium, but I feel awkward talking to all these people, and I would love to hear what. I just wish I knew what people were thinking from this.
I know people probably
Caller?
hate it, and it'd be good if they were booing us. So
I
we
think,
can have it.
I think we'll have callers soon. Okay, let's talk about the big stuff. The Queen What was that shit? Who
someone's
married?
having a baby.
Yeah, that she's having a baby.
And then someone kills herself because she answered the phone.
No, what was that?
You don't know about that? Some girl.
Oh yeah. Well, that's nothing. That's not. Listen, there's big stuff talking about.
That's what you were talking about.
What's Prince? What's his name? Light Lady Di's son.
I don't know. Charles.
Oh, did
Jr.?
he? First of all, funny. We're on the radio. You know, Lady Di was on the radio, and on the dashboard, and on the hood.
Not cool. Not cool.
It's an oldie for you.
And but now her son.
Philip. I don't know what his name is. Henry.
Philip's a game.
William. It's William.
Prince William. William.
No one cares.
William's wife is having a kid.
And we're all
That's what
very
you want to say.
excited about it.
Yeah, I don't know the Queen. Lynch the Queen. Who fucking cares? So the fact that we as Canadians have to abide by her tyranny, man.
A separatist.
It's top page news for even in Canada that she's having. You know what the news was? I saw it. I wish I didn't see it. I didn't read into it, but she is having morning sickness, and that could be a sign of twins because it's even worse when you. But no, they just made an announcement she's not having twins. That makes top news.
Well, I think the news is that William's actually coming in her vagina.
Yeah.
That's it. That's more amazing news
It
to
kind
me.
of turns you on when someone's pregnant, knowing that girl got fucked.
Oh, if I had that cash, so much cash.
Oh god.
Oh, they have so much cash.
Royal
I would.
family.
Oh, yeah. Like why? First of all, I wouldn't even have a girlfriend.
Yeah.
I would be. My dick would look like Freddy Krueger if I
You have that
could.
much cash, but that's
Oh,
one of
that
the downsides of being a royal. You can't do that stuff without everybody talking about it.
Oh, you can.
And then
you
you
can.
got your mom you got Queen Elizabeth to answer to.
That's what. It's incredible. That
Imagine
whole.
if Kenny was a prince, though, that would just be the worst thing ever.
Would you do Queen Elizabeth for free, no charge, knowing that you're having sex with the Queen of England?
Yeah.
You'd have to do it, wouldn't you?
I think she'd smell nice.
Yeah, I'm sure she'd be very well kept. And yeah, she's an old lady.
What?
But
I bet you she's got like dreadlocks on her beard with those little Jamaican.
I wonder if she
those
gets it
Jamaican
manicured.
beads.
Like somebody must be doing that.
Yeah.
But who?
It's probably got the same kind of like a
Wow.
powdered wig on it.
Yeah,
Which is
that's what I'm picturing. A powdered, like
Napoleonic
little.
wig,
Oh, yeah,
justice
immaculate.
wig.
Yeah.
Most pristine crust of all time.
I don't know. You know what? There's a lot of I get a lot of things, a lot of questions from people. I'm kind of famous. I don't want to be a cheeser or sound like an idiot, but there's very few people here in Canada, that are on-air celebrities, and for a time there, it was pretty easy to
Get
screw
some.
girls,
Yeah.
and girls
And
would come
guys
up to
even,
you.
for that matter.
And so, but I found early on that, that type of like people are fucked up and some people are really stupid and shit gets really weird when you start really fucking a lot of girls. It really does.
Sounds awesome.
They found some guy with a fucking, it's a true story, with duct tape and rope and gasoline in his car coming after Spenny, and some chick whipped a fucking brick through my window one day because she saw me boning somebody. It's like,
It was a girl that you boned, and then she saw you boning someone
Yeah.
else. Yeah.
Crime of passion.
Did you ever get
and then
caught with the
your
duct
wig
tape
and then
rope?
your wig fell off, Jeff, and you ran away.
So you want to talk about current affairs? Is that what you want to do? Like Jodie Foster
Jodie Foster.
and her tribute. She
No, but
came
I
out,
saw
which is big news, but she wouldn't even use the word.
First of all, I'm stealing everything. I have this weird program on my computer. I can literally watch, Gwyneth Paltrow change her tampon if I want to. There's no reason to have cable or do anything anymore. And I watched Argo last night about the Canadian football team.
But this
Done
is
by Ben
illegal, just for
Affleck.
you. Just
Totally
for record, it's
illegal.
illegal. But
Yeah,
you
totally
don't, You
illegal.
don't care. You're the type of guy who
I
laughs
was a
law.
weed dealer.
Yeah.
Illegal.
And you don't care if people steal your shows, or do you?
Well, they've been stealing my shit for years.
But only because you've been spending.
I
a
think
bunch of
you're
money
only
for
allowed to
them.
steal shit if people have been stealing your shit.
Yeah.
So, but listen, I've got that Grateful Dead mentality. Play extremely shitty music for people
and let's
dance
give it to you for
around
free.
and dance
And make sure
around
there's
on
drugs available.
balloons, on hydrogen balloons. No, yeah, come on. Listen, it'll just create a whole new medium and a whole new way of capitalizing on content. You steal it, like who fucking cares? Anyways, whatever. So I watched Argo last night, which was pretty shitty. And I saw Django the night before, and yeah, I don't know. I wasn't too impressed.
I have to say, I've seen some of your downloads. They literally once, this is not a joke, you know it's true. You were going to like watch a movie, you were sitting down and watch one, and it was somebody recorded it off of an airplane from their iPhone.
Oh,
and
come
he's, like,
on.
downloading.
That
those
was
are the
you.
movies you're seeing.
You were doing that.
Anyway, do you think maybe that
It was
that
just for
cut
laughs,
into your
gags.
enjoyment?
Just for laughs, gags on your Air Canada airplane seat.
Did
No, my enjoyment is being able to sit in my house and watch like a $15 movie that people are going out to see and sitting and watching it on my sick
It's the
fucking
Jew in you.
TV, brah.
you love the idea that it's free, even though it's not as good as being in a movie theater and seeing it look amazing? And
I have ADD. I can't. I don't want to drag myself. I don't really go see movies in movie theaters
no, that's
anymore.
true.
And it's so rare that anything like I'll go see The Hobbit. But enough about your wife. And or some super cool movie that you have to see in a theater, but everything's kind of shitty. There's some good stuff, but now that we have the internet, it's just unlimited. I have had like 3 terabytes of movies that I just dumped. Everything's free online now. I don't even use iTunes anymore.
you don't even need to download. You can stream anything.
Yeah, I just stream playlists now. So it's like having your own satellite radio.
What about Lance Armstrong, Oprah Winfrey? Any comment?
What a fucking dick. That guy's such a rat. Live strong. I had this theory. When I was on South Park, I was trying to pitch these guys, like, live strong, let's do a bracelet thing, man. Because I thought that the bracelets gave you cancer.
Yeah.
Because the reality is the factories that make these bracelets out of silicone, there must be some chemical somewhere making these bracelets that are giving some poor
Chinese kids who made them,
Pakistanis. So these are you're buying and supporting bracelets that are actually giving you cancer. And then I'll bet you that there is some small semblance of chemicals that because
you wear
them that
seeping
seep
right
into your fucking blood.
I mean, that would be.
I just
amazing
wanted
if that
I
happened.
wanted everybody that wore one just to get cancer, just to
Yeah. Did you know when we? Oh, you weren't there. Never mind. I saw a guy wearing one yesterday, like 2 days ago. An old guy wearing. I assumed he must have had cancer. He's still wearing one after all that. Which is just tacky anyway.
It's a cool look, Jeff.
It's so
And
stale.
people are still rocking them.
I don't know. Listen. The reality is the Israelis have cured cancer. I don't know if you know this. They've totally cured cancer. No one will let it happen. Everyone's making too much cash off of it. It's the Americans. They're all scum.
So you're a conspiracy theorist, basically.
No, I'm a realist.
You think they've cured cancer, but just don't want to make any money off of it and let people know about it.
Yeah, I think I don't know. Listen, maybe, that people are like, are you an atheist? I'm like, do you believe in God? I'm like, I don't know, maybe. I like saying maybe a lot. I'm not saying anything is true, but I would not be surprised if, Herschel Schlepkowitz flew into the World Trade Center or didn't.
Well, if you had to give it a percentage chance that the Jews are behind 9/11, what would you? And this is coming from a Jew. What would you?
Gesundheit.
What would you give it?
I think that'd be so cool. Oh, that'd be wicked if the Jews caused that, but I don't think so. I'm not saying it wasn't a good idea to, get the oil out of the Mideast, but, I'd rather we had the oil than some shitty fucking dictator whose, kid Uday, is a fucking gang rapist that should be killed. So if it's a matter of Hussein having oil or us having oil, fuck it, go in there and literally cruise missile his fucking head off.
But why? I don't.
Been there, done that.
The only thing I don't understand about those conspiracy theories is that doesn't it seem so much cheaper just buy the oil off those people? It's so much more expensive to start a war and do it. Why don't they just buy? If it was all about oil, why didn't they just buy the oil?
Well, that's what we do. We do buy.
It'd be
the
way
oil.
cheaper to just let's just buy the oil at their insane prices. than
No,
it
because
is
once
to
you
start-
own the country, the cash that comes in from that is just unlimited cash.
Chelsea Jasmine says your station rocks. You're hilarious. Missed this. I just thought I'd give you that as some confirmation that
Is that a
maybe
sarcastic
someone.
tweet?
Yeah,
Let's
but
see
I
her-
can't
let's see
imagine
her
someone really
picture.
feeling that. All right, let's see if she looks normal.
And
No, she does not. Sorry, Chelsea. I know you're listening to this. I don't know if you're normal. You're cute, but maybe not.
Well, normally cute.
well, you know,
it's hard to
there's
tell.
a
Hard to tell.
there's difference between being cute and what you can do.
Just- yeah, that's it. Well, Kenny, I know that
That's very
when
true.
you were single, you're not like this anymore. You've got eyes for only one woman now. But before, I noticed that you would. It wasn't the hot ones that you were more excited about. It was kind of the ones that,
We're retarded.
yeah, kind of had to compensate for the fact that they weren't so hot.
The ones
And
that couldn't tell the police anything.
Yeah, the ones that the police
The
would
deaf-
never believe.
The deaf and blind twin
Yeah.
ones.
Fuck those twins.
Hey,
You can
you
now.
can't.
There you go.
Oh.
Get a shovel.
Well, is there anything else you'd like to talk about? We've got basically 5 more minutes. To
Oh,
get whatever
really?
you-
That
you
was
want
it?
on
Oh,
your
my God.
Chest, off your chest. You want to plug your YouTube thing because your YouTube channel is going crazy.
Yeah, it's going crazy. But I keep getting these violations, so it's probably going to get
Yeah.
shut down. I don't know. I'm actually very excited about it. I got this nomination in Canada, which for me is pretty prestigious. Like the reality is, I like doing my shit, and I'm very happy I have a fan base, and I really love all my fans so much. But it's very difficult in this country because it's so bureaucratic to do anything that's cool or has an American sensibility or is just something that's different. Because the second the government is responsible for paying you to do shit, then it's extremely weird. And I'm not here to shit on Canadian TV or film or anything because I think everybody knows.
How bad it is.
No, well, everybody
There's
has
nothing
their,
for you to say.
But if I said right now I'd like everyone to name 3 Canadian films, I think they'd have a very hard time doing it. Name 30 American films. Anyone can do that.
Okay, The Hobbit, Django Unchained.
Those aren't Canadian.
But hey, it's nice. I think everyone gets reamed a little when they hear that I got nominated, or oh fuck that shitty guy, or oh good for him. But it's nice having the support. It's nice doing
It's the
something,
recognition.
and if you do something good, then people recognize.
Well, your
you for
show, the show, Kenny, I want to call it our show because I was an
Yeah.
executive producer on it. Thank you very much. And the
it. And caterer.
and caterer. Some of the food was some of the best food was cooked by
Tasting
me.
great.
It didn't barely even air. They couldn't. It was too hot for any TV.
Okay, first
in
of all,
Canada.
listen. Fuck me, forget me. I only did one of the most famous, international Canadian hits in fucking history, Kenny versus Spenny, and I'm not being a fucking douche. Like, Kenny versus Spenny went fucking everywhere. Like, other people ran down the street chasing me in Hamburg from Nairobi, going, Lenny Benny,
That's
Lenny
because you were a
Benny.
Jew. That wasn't because of.
Anyways, listen, it did very well, thank fucking God. But, and then, so the Trailer Park Boys did fucking amazing, too. And they had a show with mine called Drunken on Drugs, which I actually liked. And what happened? Fuck, we get tossed in the garbage and they throw Single White Spenny on there instead.
Well,
That's
a
not
whole other
cool.
topic.
That is not cool.
You're saying you don't like single white. You weren't a fan of single white Spenny.
Oh my God, I went through fucking 50 boxes of Jiffy Pop watching that show. I'm not going to say anything bad about it because I actually do love Spenny. He is. I don't want to lose my butler, so I'm not going to shit on him. But all I'm going to say is that who knew he was way better at humiliating himself than I was.
You're
But-
talking about a show?
I'm not talking about anything. Anyways, listen. I'm very happy. I really don't even know what else to say, and I know I'm gonna get myself in so much fucking trouble here because the show. I used to talk about Spenny raping pugs and being the back alley rapist, and how like having sex with his grandpapa, and I ate fake shit out of a toilet and I dosed him on acid, and the shit we did was so insane. But the second you put it on a radio show or on Reddit or on something, all of a sudden, I'm a rapist, I'm a racist, or like give me a fucking break. I swear to God, I would easily go and kill fucking Bernardo for being such a fucking piece of shit, and I will go kill Carla Homolka because she needs to fucking die.
Wait, what does that have to do with?
Because
I
I'm
didn't
just
understand how
saying,
you got
I'm
there.
just saying, I'm somebody who is just totally so into justice, and so I fucking hate assholes and scumbags and criminals and people who like just I'm not
You're a
really
man of the
criminal.
people. You
Yeah,
hate
no, I
assholes.
think we all do. Like I think
Yeah.
rapists, like as someone who rapes a woman, should be fucking like raped by
Yeah.
Nazi trained
Yeah,
Dobermans,
yeah.
and somebody who
The eye
like,
for the eye
punches
theory.
an old lady in the face should be fucking killed.
You know, I didn't get to. We got 1 minute left, but I didn't get to the part where there was the guru in India who was saying that the girl who was raped in India, the gang rape girl. It was partial. She's just as much to blame because she should have said to the rapist, in the name of God, that she's the weaker
Listen,
sex.
girls,
and they would've
girls are
relented.
getting fucking raped. Like everyone's getting raped in India. It's fucking crazy. India, Pakistan, everywhere. They treat their women like it's so horrible. They're marrying 8-year-old girls on in the Mideast. It's fucking out of control.
Okay, note to us. And now we got to wrap it up. Kenny, what do you want to plug? You've got your YouTube channel. You can tweet.
Okay, I want to. What do I want to plug?
Tweet at, what is it? At Kenny Hotz.
What I don't want to plug is your wife. Just Google Kenny Hotz. I love everyone so much. Thanks for your support.
Yeah, maybe send in some ideas of what we should have been talking about.
Yeah, everyone take care. Love you.
Well, don't sign off. We got 20 more seconds.
All right, well, let's have our 20 seconds of silence.
Anyway, okay, 20 seconds of silence.
For the victim of having to learn French in school our whole fucking lives.
See you next week, everybody.
Maybe. Thanks.
Good. Perfect. Guys, bang out at the time. Play great together. You're fucking hilarious. Your little things off the side.
Thanks, man.
That
Good
was
to have you,
awesome.
Pete. Go.
How do you feel about it, man?